Hello everyone, I'm Steve Peay alongside JT Wiskowski, and welcome to the newest edition of the Sports Source.
Here we're going to have a little news and highlights for your local OVC teams. Let's get to it.
Belmont versus Jacksonville State at the Curb Center. Brian Williams with the running layup gives JSU the lead as they try to pull off the shocker. Now into the second half, JSU still up a point, but Evan Brads picks up the loose ball, finishes, and is fouled. He would finish the three-point play. Bruins up by 2. Now the Bruins trying to pull away. Up 3, and on the fast break, Blake Jenkins throws one down. And how many times have we seen this play? Always watch the guy inbounding the ball, especially when that guy is Drew Windler. Belmont wins it 78-67. JT?
Chris Horton block ahead to Will Triggs for the slam, and Austin Peay's up 35-22. Second half, Travis Beatrin knocks down a 3 and was fouled by Mike Libo. Beatrin would complete the old-fashioned 4-point play. UTM cuts down the lead to 12, but Thomas Greer, out of a timeout, gets the lead back to 15, and the Govs would run away with it. Final score, 81-68.
So those last couple of seasons with 20 losses seem to be behind Austin Peay. They are relevant again, and they're going to make some noise this year in the OVC.
Yeah, because the OVC is weak at the forward position, and Will Triggs has been a player that's done a lot for Austin Peay, and I've been really impressed with him so far.
Now, as far as UT Martin goes, they're 0-3 now, and they're slipping into the cellar. They have a couple star players, Mike Libo for one, but they just can't put together wins just yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, whenever your star players aren't converting the star plays that they need to make, you're not going to win.
Yep. So moving on now into the weekend games, we'll get right into that. And Belmont once again taking on Tennessee Tech. Evan Brads with the dunk. Belmont ahead 53-37. But Tennessee Tech's not going away. Dwan Caldwell with the layup cuts it to 2 at 61-59 here in the second half. 3:48 to play. Craig Bradshaw with the 3, 64-59. Belmont, that would be the last basket they would score in the game. Javon McKay answers with a 3 of his own, 64-62. And turnovers galore leads to a last shot for Tennessee Tech at the buzzer. No good. Belmont escapes the win, 64-62.
Jarkevius Bradley made a three-pointer to put SEMO up 30-19. And if this was any other year, Austin Peay would not fight back, but these are a different type of Govs this year. Xavion Williams hits a three-pointer to knock the game up at 48-48. Sergian Mboff with the jam, and Austin Peay's on top 65-52. The Govs do go on to win 80-74.
UT Martin was at the bank to take on the Racers of Murray State. This is basically the Cameron Payne show here with under 20 seconds to play. He puts them up 11 with one of his many threes of the day. He would carry that over into the second half. UT Martin trying to climb back in it, but now the Racers up 11 after another Cameron Payne 3. Then 30 seconds later, he hits another one. Racers pulling away. Racers go on to win 91-77 over the Skyhawks. Now looking at this Belmont game for just a second, the Bruins win at 64-62, but JT, this Belmont team went to Chapel Hill, upset the Tar Heels, went to Rupp Arena and hung in there with the Cats for 40 minutes. But they they play Tennessee Tech and Jacksonville State, and they're barely winning these games. Why is that?
Because they're playing down their competition. That's all it is. I mean, whenever you're playing a great team, you want to beat them. And it's kind of like what they are. They have the target on their back in the OVC, and when they play UNC or they play UK, they have targets on their back, and Belmont's the team going after them. I think Belmont needs to take a look at themselves and say, hey, we're the team with on our back, and we need to step it up.
Yeah, I agree. They are every OVC team's Super Bowl right now. They're the defending champions. When they go out and play teams on the road, because they haven't done that yet, when they go play teams on the road, one of these teams will sneak up on them and knock them off. But as of right now, they're 2-0, and they're ahead in the OVC East. Let's look at some of the standings in the OVC East. Obviously, Belmont 2-0, Morehead State also 2-0, and then some other teams rounding out the OVC East. And now the standings in the West, that means you have two local teams tied for the top of the division. Austin Peay at 2-0, tied with the Racers at 2-0.
Yeah, and if you look all the way at the bottom, there's SEMO at 0-2, and they're going in to Belmont.
Yeah, so they could be 0-3. If you look at the slate coming up this week, you already mentioned Belmont, SEMO. Is that what you're taking? SEMO dropping 0-3?
Yeah, there's no way. Drew Windler is an outstanding guard, and he's going to do great things for Belmont this year.
Yep. So now we look into the weekend slate. We got Belmont taking on UTM. So again, Belmont get another win this week?
Yeah, not enough consistency out of the stars from UTM, and there's a little lack of maybe leadership there as well. All the games on the slate for this week will be provided for free from the OVC Digital Network on ovcdigitalnetwork.com.
That'll do it for this week's OVC Update, brought to you by the Sports Source. Check them out, williamsonsource.com, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next time.